大家好，歡迎大 That's my extent of Chinese no 歡迎大家嚟到呢個康山選區，同我哋一齊慶祝呢個 Premier 嘅生日。多謝你各位嚟到呢度。I would like to start by thanking all of you for joining us here tonight at Legend Restaurant, located in the wonderful riding of Thornhill, Ontario. Please join me in welcoming the following guests to our head table on this very special occasion. The lovely parents of Kathleen Nguyen, John Nguyen and Pat O'Day. The Premier's partner, Jane Rantwit. We have Margaret Yang, from President of the Chinese Professional Association of Canada. Nelson. Mr. Wei. My friends, I have Michael Chan. Dr. Reza Meridi. Dr. Helena Jacek. Sue Wong. And last but not least, David Simmer. Finally, I also like to recognize some of the other dignitaries that Liberals have delivered over $900 million to provide newcomers the support they need to build a prosperous life in Ontario. More than a year ago, Ontario Liberals across the province elected the first female Premier in Ontario. We elected her because we know she will fight tirelessly for everyone in this province, using a steady, balanced approach. She brings a dynamic energy and passion to each project. She believes in bringing opportunity and security to the province by investing in our people, new infrastructures, and businesses so that we all can thrive. Our Premier embodies what it means to hold Liberal values and a positive vision for the course of this province. What gives us the most confidence is her ability to lead, her ability to charge forward and take reins on delivering the best of our generations and those to follow us. So today, on May 21st, while in the midst of one of the most important campaigns of our lives, we will take the time to celebrate the birthday of this wonderful woman. We will thank her for being the inspirational Ontario Liberal leader she is, and also celebrate the warm, caring, passionate individual that she is. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you my friend, Ontario's first female Premier and our birthday girl, Kathleen Nguyen.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It is lovely to be here with you. I have to say, it's really a lovely end to what's been a great day. An unusual way to spend one's birthday, however, but just terrific to be here with all of you. And I want to especially thank our candidates who actually, I want them to come up. That's what I really want. I want all the people, our candidates, to come up. David and Michael and Helena and Sue and Sandra. I just want you all up here, and Reza, just so we're all here and it's very clear that this is a team sport that we are playing. So I'm going to talk a little about what we are all doing and what we have been doing for the last couple of weeks. But before that, I just want to make a couple of comments. Maybe it's because I'm 61 today. And as I said, when my eldest turned 30, I called my dad and said, you know, wow, having a kid who's 30. And he said, wow, having a kid who's 60. Like, what's that like? So I want to thank my mom and dad for being here. Pat and John, Patsy O'Day, John Wynn, thank you. And I was thinking today about how I got into politics. And it's kind of perfect that I'm here in Thornhill. You know, I grew up in Richmond Hill, and Mom and Dad still live in Richmond Hill on Centre Street West. And when you tell people to go to Richmond Hill, they always go to Centre Street and Thornhill first. And then you have to say, no, it's Richmond Hill. My partner, Jane, grew up on Elgin Street, just around the corner here in Thornhill. So this feels very much like where I started and where I got my value system. And I was thinking about why it's so important to me that we win this election. Why it's so important to me that we keep the province on track and keep it the compassionate place that it is. And it has to do, as so many things do in our lives, to do with how we started. And my grandfather, so my dad's dad, was a general practitioner. He was a family practitioner. He went to World War I. He came back and he practiced starting in 1924 in North Toronto. And the stories I grew up with were about people not being able to pay their bills. That people would bring jams or preserves because there was no OHIP. There was no security in terms of being able to get health care. People had to do what they could to pay the doctor. And so I remember those stories. I remember the stories that my own dad told about people who were in dire straits and needed support. Before 1969, they didn't have the support of government. Now, we had schools. We did have schools. Public schools existed. Public schools and public school boards were the first form of government in Ontario before we had local governments. But we didn't have special education classes. We didn't have supports for kids who were struggling. And lots of kids fell through the cracks and got the strap because they couldn't keep up in school. So we've come a very long way since 1953 when I was born. But we have to be vigilant. And that's the message I want to bring today. We are seeing in this election, a clear choice between us. We are a government and a party that believes that government exists to be a positive force in people's lives. That government exists to do those things to help each other in ways that we can't do ourselves. So those people who paid my grandfather for his services with the jams and the preserves that they had put up, they today have the support of a government that allows them to get the health care that they need. The kids in our schools who in 1958 would have gotten the strap because they couldn't keep up, those kids are getting special ed supports today, and they're thriving because government supports them. Exactly. And I know Shelley Carroll's back there somewhere. And I think that was her hooting because she's fought the fight for supports for those kids in schools for years. So that's right. So you've got a choice in this election between a government and a party that believes in that compassionate society, believes in the strength of our diversity, believes that every person deserves a chance. Every person deserves an opportunity and deserves the dignity of a decent retirement, and that we exist as government to put those supports in place. But here's the kicker. The choice is between that and a party led by Tim Hudak that really doesn't believe that. that really doesn't believe that government should be involved in people's lives in those ways, that really believes that government should pull back and that people should be left on their own. People should be left on their own. Individuals should be left on their own. Businesses should be left on their own. I've spent the day meeting with businesses that are part of the auto sector. And Tim Hudak would let the auto sector die on the vine in this province because he calls it corporate welfare to do what we've done for decades, which is partner with business to make sure that they can thrive, that businesses can thrive. So it's a very, very important election, and it is really a clash of two worldviews, two views about how government should function in people's lives, and quite frankly, what kind of society we want. So, I didn't mention the NDP. I just forgot. Because actually, who knows what they stand for? I don't know. So the choice is very, very clear. And I am so grateful to all of you for the support that you're giving these people. We really need Sandra Racco at Queen's Park. We need her there. We do. And it's not that I'm taking these other guys for granted. They got to do their work and they got to get their seats back. But we need Sandra Racco there. So I call on all of you to help these good people who share that value system that I just articulated. That's why they're in politics. I know these people. They're in politics because they believe that that's what government should be doing. Every single one of them could be doing something else. They are professionals. They are brilliant people. They could be doing so many other things, but they're putting their name on a ballot because they believe strongly in giving back to the community and they believe in government as the public good. So we got to get them there, and thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you very much.
To you, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
No? There you go.
Yeah, but this is a big one here. All right, yes, this is a symbol of longevity, and it's a Chinese culture, and people having a birthday that it kind of show up, on people's table. So the smaller one is the one that you should show up and kind of like a dessert, but then the big one is, the big one's for premier. Why, that's a... So it's no special way to break it. No, we just why don't we just cut it? I mean that's simple.
I think it's the premier.
Yeah, the premier. I'm going to cut it. Okay, maybe. Well, there's some kind of like the moon cake, the harvest moon cake. Oh, okay. That's they serve. Make it so difficult. So it's a message in there. It's a message in there, just like the fortune cookie.
Big fortune cookie.
Wow, okay.
Fortune.
All right. Wow.
I can't read it. He's going to read it for you.
Okay, well, this dessert is for eating, so I'm going to do that.
You have to read it.
No, I have to read it first. 生日快樂，馬到功成。
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah. Basically, in English is happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, happy birthday. And the second one, we all know that this year is the year of the horse. And of course, the Chinese history, Chinese culture, Chinese writing, articles, they have many proverbs. And one of the famous one is about the horse. And in old times, that the soldiers riding the horse, when they arrive a place, meaning able to conquer a place, the horse and the soldiers always get there. So it's a symbol that when the horse and the soldier get to a place, meaning that you are successful. This election is going to be very successful. All right, so this is the message, and I think this message would be agreed with every single body here. Thank you, Premier. You can keep that. You can keep that.
A little presentation.
Roses, roses. I think they picked that from my garden, by the way.
Those are beautiful things.
Oh, that's lovely here. Lovely, so quiet.
Come on up. Jane, come, Jane. Maybe it's serious.
Yeah, the parents too. Oh, yeah, the parents. One, two, three, take pictures. Oh, that was the Eastern style of longevity. This is the Western style coming up.
And we have two styles.
Such a big cake here. I think it's good for the people of Shanghai, you know, the population there. All right. Yeah. Oh. In there? Yeah.
Okay, and you can't say what it is. Okay. All right, we're gonna blow. All right.
All right.